All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Barely Made podcast. We are joined with a special guest tonight, none other than LIV Golf's newest on-course commentator, the man himself, Mason Nutt, a.k.a. Busted Jack, a.k.a. Busted Golfs. Come on.
What an intro. What an intro.
Wow.
In honor of you taking on the commentary role, I wore a Miami.
Love that.
Come on.
Love that.
You know, I gotta show love.
Listen, my first gig, I'm all in on the 305. That's all I'm saying. I'm all in on the 305.
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah.
I heard that's what they're calling you now.
No. Well, last year they did. I'm not leaving the country anytime soon.
Dude, let's start off by talking about the duels, which I feel like came out of kind of nowhere. Like no one really knew about it, and then all of a sudden it was just like, this is happening. Initial thoughts is that this could very well exceed the Creator Classic very quickly. Just based off of like the setup, how they're doing it. I mean, they got you, Bob, Joe commentating it. I'm
Santino.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Santino too. I'm like, dude. I mean, right there alone, you got. I mean, you got to think the PGA Tour's got to be sweating. You know,
I would think they're just like sweating bullets over there because I think what happened, the people that put it together, like saw how good the Creator Classic was. Because like, don't get me wrong, the Creator Classic's awesome. Like,
it was awesome.
Sure. It's not a bad product by any means. I think they saw what they could do to make it like tailored for YouTube, which is what people are watching these guys play golf for.
Yeah.
One, you throw the pros in the mix, and then now you've got like a true like made for YouTube style match video. It's gonna be unreal. I mean, I'm a little nervous to be on the mic. Not nervous in a way of like I think I'm gonna suck or anything, but it's like I haven't done it yet. You know, like So we'll see how it goes, but I think the product, like the golf product itself, is going to be unreal.
Yeah,
because all 6 from the Creator side are like great golfers, and then throw in some of the best players in the world, some of the best to ever play the game. It's like it's going to be pretty sick.
Yeah. But every like YouTube event that I've ever watched, I've always wondered why they don't have Bob and Joe and you guys like or somebody. You know, doing the commentating. So I'm so excited for this.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Shout out to Grant. He was like 2 years ago, we filmed our first YouTube championship. And he was like, we had to build the schedule around when Bob and Joe could come because they were commentating.
Yeah.
He did it. I mean, the first YouTube championship, the one Mad Jack won, like he was first. He was like, they've got to commentate. That's going to make the video. Like, that's the biggest draw. Like, obviously the golf's going to be awesome, the competition, but like having Bob and Joey commentate.
Yep.
And I'm glad that they're bringing people in to commentate because I think it'll add something that, you know, like most YouTube golf videos are missing.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, speaking of Grant, I gotta be honest, you know, moment of transparency here. Not waving the white flag by any means, but you know, he's giving me a run for my money. I'll tell you that. I mean, the guy just
he owns 2025, man.
You know what I mean? He's just like he's all gas, no brakes right now. You know, so
tell you what, there's nobody more deserving either because the guy grinds first off. Like he's not handed any of this. Like obviously he has amazing opportunities that fall into his lap because of how successful he is, but like he grinds, and it couldn't happen to a better guy. So like I'm Team Horvat, but you've had a pretty good 2025 as well. So
dude, it's so funny. I was at TGL and
they put you on the big screen, right?
Yeah. It was right after 2 other guys. I am blanking on what their names were. It was actually funny. Garrett ended up liking the video, which I was sick.
Yeah.
which I felt bad because in one of the comments somebody was like, "Who were the first 2 guys?" And obviously joking. I was like, "I don't know, never seen them before." But Sky walked up to me at TGL, and it was like the first time I ever met him in person. And he just walks up, and I was like talking to somebody else, and he walks up. He's like, "Hey," he's like, "I just want to let you know." He's like, "You're definitely having the better 2025." And I was just like, "That's like the funniest way that he could have introduced himself to me." And I was like, "Dude, I love this guy already."
Yeah, Sky's a man. Sky's a man.
I feel like I need to like ask him all things like video. Just I feel like I want to pick his brain because like trying to get into the long form space, it's just like
he'll speak a different language.
Dude, Mason, are you allowed to have a pick being a commentator? Like, do you have a favorite for this tournament that you?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what. Nobody told me anything, so yeah, I'll give you a pick.
Okay.
I mean, when is this coming out?
Next Wednesday. So
then
are we doing next Wednesday?
Or no? What's today?
Today's Monday.
Yeah, I'll have it out Wednesday then.
This Wednesday, so it'll be before duels.
So we're filming it Thursday. It comes out Saturday.
Yeah.
I can give a pick, dude. I don't care. What are they going to do? Like, not have me back?
Yeah, no.
That would suck.
You're safe. You're safe.
What are they going to do? Listen to the Barely Made podcast?
Dude, I mean, what we talked about, it's got to be Grant Phil.
It's got to be.
For sure. It's got to be.
If he follows up the Creator Classic with a duels win,
if
Nick,
he wins,
you're done.
If he wins duels, I'm waving the white flag. In fact, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go Shooter McGavin here. I'm gonna have to hire somebody in a Volkswagen Beetle to like run over Grant.
Yeah,
just take him out of the contest. That's my only hope.
Dude,
if he wins this, I'm cooked.
I will say this: I'm gonna pick Grant because I'm cheering for Grant, obviously,
for sure.
And I'm not calling his group, so there will be no bias.
Yeah.
There. The obvious favorite would be Wesley Bryan.
Yeah.
And Dustin Johnson. I mean,
that's tough.
But
that's tough to beat.
That's
sneaky, very sneaky. And I don't know Rick. I haven't ever played golf with him, so like I'm not going to speak on Rick's team. But very sneaky, Luke Kwan and Bubba Watson is.
That's a great.
Because like Luke's dialed as well.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be closer than most people think from top to bottom because the pros add so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all so close in skill level and scramble. So like, there's going to be some holes I would assume where a creator's ball is not used at all.
Yeah.
You know. But like even if you look at the FP team, the guy doesn't hit it out of play. FP doesn't, and then Cam Smith's like literally the best putter in the world.
Dude. He's so filthy.
It's gonna be so fun to watch.
I miss watching him on tour because like when he was on tour, he was like one of my favorite to watch just because like him with flat stick is like crazy.
Yeah, he's unreal. But like, I mean, he's gonna play well at the Masters. You know that. So, like you'll get to see that. But
every year I bet on Cam Smith as a Masters. every year I'm like, it's just
same. But what I am gonna say real quick, if I get any of the teams wrong, they switched them like multiple times leading up to the announcement.
Really?
Okay.
So if I get some people mixed up, that's probably the old team.
Yeah.
Just letting you know for now. But
let me ask you this. Do you think that there's ever any consideration or has there been any talks of them doing some type of like Creator Classic, but with like Bobs and Joes and things like that?
I mean, I don't know if there's been talks about it. I'm not involved in any of them, obviously. I mean, they had me out at the first one. That's probably as close as you can get. And then...
I mean, you're scratch, so...
Well, depends on what side of the bed I wake up on. But yeah, like, I think you kind of saw how that turned out with Trent playing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I want to say this.
Some people hated it. Some people loved it. You know.
Here's the thing. I feel like I'm kind of neutral on it. Like I wasn't one of those people that hated it, but I wasn't one of those people that was like, oh, I love this.
Yeah.
Because the way that I have always, and I had this conversation with Joe, and he was like, yeah, he's like, that's how it is. I was like, in YouTube golf, you have to be equal parts entertaining, but you still have to be serviceable when it comes to golf skill to an extent. And so I always say that like you can't be worse than like a 15 handicap and really like keep people captivated, because like people do want to see good golf. And I will say that I think that's one of the things that with like Bob Does Sports, like they crush, because it's like you have the entertainment and then you have like the good golf in FP.
Yep.
And
I think that was
I
think that's why it's so crucial that they brought FP in, because like you can only get so far. You know how it is. Like you can only get so far just being funny. Like at that point, you just need a podcast, you know? Like, but
I mean, it's like you really need that third member. Hint, hint. Dude, hey,
who paired us up with that guy?
I did a podcast and the dude was like, Bev's to Jack, and I was like, see, it's catching on, man. Dude,
yeah, we have one more in the tank that we need to post.
Dude, I know, the tempo one.
It's great.
Dude, I was thinking about it the other day.
Have you seen it?
No.
You want to get a live reaction?
Dude,
let's get a live reaction.
You know, I've been working on my tempo lately, and I've been thinking of Cole.
Yeah, you have to.
It's been helping.
Dude, it just makes me mad when I can't do it. I'm like, all right, this is.
Dude, for anyone who's going to be watching this, hey, you're getting the sneak peek of this.
Yeah, where is it? I'm gonna send it to you so you can watch it. I'll send it to both of y'all.
Let's go. I love it.
Perfect.
No, where did he send it?
Well, I feel like we'll have opportunities this year for sure to. I mean, we've already been talking about, speaking of long form content, you versus me 1v1 for a year at Chick-fil-A.
Dude, if they'll sign up for it, I'll do it right now.
Hey, so
wow.
I texted my mom today, and because my cousin actually he owns a Chick-fil-A franchise in Northern Virginia.
That's my dream. That's my dream job.
I honestly, that's what I was thinking Chick-fil-A VIP is. I was like, it's got to be like they give you a franchise or something.
I would hope, dude. I applied for one in college. I wanted to be the youngest Chick-fil-A operator ever. They said no, but
so I texted my mom and I was like, hey, can you text Josh, see if like there's any possibility that he would want to sponsor this, or if he knows somebody that I can get in contact with, because dude, it's got to be easy, because I remember years ago my buddy they had like a open mic at our Chick-fil-A up the street, and if you won, you got a year of Chick-fil-A.
Dude, what
does a year of Chick-fil-A consist of?
It's basically
like a bunch of those cards they get.
Yeah, you get the coupons. Okay. It's honestly it's like 52 coupons, but I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
that ain't gonna.
But who's
you got a 2-month thing for me.
That's what I'm saying.
52 meals is 2 months.
All right, so let me ask you this, because obviously the match is going to happen regardless. We'll figure out some Chick-fil-A wager, even if they don't want to get in there, even though it should be their pleasure too. Run me through the Chick-fil-A order. Like, are you like a curbside guy? Are you a drive-through guy? Like, what's like the ideal run?
Ideal, like after a round of golf, go sit down and eat it.
Ooh,
inside.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Get the full experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far away from the playground as you can.
Smart.
Typically back corner right by the bathroom. That's where I'm. But
it is low key over there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great. And they've got like Brandon Lake instrumentals playing.
Dude, they do.
Do they really?
Do you ever go to Cookout? Have you ever been to a cookout?
Like a cookout?
No, so Cookout. Damn, you haven't. Cookout is a fast food restaurant. There's a lot of them in Virginia and stuff like that too, but they're also Christian based. And I would be sitting there. Sometimes they'd be playing like Oceans, and they'd have like John 3:16 on the cups. I'm like, yeah,
dude. Yeah, no, that's where you need to be.
Yeah, right.
I call it the Lord's chicken.
Come on,
Chick-fil-A is the Lord's chicken, but
it is.
Ideal. I used to be a curbside guy. I thought that was like the most efficient way possible.
You thought it was quick. They're slow now.
False. No, false. The fastest way to get through a Chick-fil-A is drive-through. They should be running the country.
Yeah, they're moving.
Yeah.
They should be running the country because it's efficient and it's cost effective, I would assume, or else they wouldn't do it. Now, Yeah, dude. Drive-through pre-order though. I don't order at the person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in the app selecting drive-through. One, you get more points when you order through the app.
Oh yeah.
So
I thought you were gonna say drive-through gets you more points. I was gonna be like, what?
Well, hang on.
Hold on.
If you've got a mobile through lane, does your Chick-fil-A have mobile through or no?
I don't. I'm not there enough to know.
Okay, far outside, it'll say mobile through. You click your order, and then when you roll up, you scan the QR code and just drive all the way to the window, and they like run out and give you your food. It's so fast.
So it's like a fast pass at like Disney World.
Yeah, but anybody can do it.
Oh, that's so baller.
You'll get like an extra bonus points if you order through.
And do the points like add up and get you free stuff? Is that what the points?
Yeah. Dude, I'm getting something free every time I roll through there.
You want to know what Chick-fil-A VIP should be? Is there should be like a decal on your car that when you pull in and they see that decal, you just pull into a spot and they're like, immediately they get your food ready and they bring it out. That's what it should be.
Yeah, it's like pulling into like a retirement community, you know, like not having to go through the visitor lane. You just scan the car and you roll through like a toll tag.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, like they should know. You're like, I'm here.
Dude, like I made friends with people at Chick-fil-A's back home.
Dude, that I worked at Chick-fil-A briefly when I was either in high school or when it was like, I think it was when I was like a senior in high school, and I don't know why, but I hated it.
Dude, all my friends that worked there hated it. They said they ran a tight ship. Like it was not fun to work there.
Dude, they did. And like I signed up to work like register or like drive through, and like my first shift that I worked, I was a busboy during kids' night. And that was all it took.
That's brutal.
And then I think I went in the next day and was like, yeah, so it turns out I got like this like internship thing at school that I'm like not gonna be able to work for like a while.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay, like, you know, if you want to come back after it's done, like just let us know. And I was like, okay, I will. Obviously never called him back. And then like a year and a half later, I got a call and they're like, hey, just seeing if you're still interested. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, nah, sorry.
Yeah, you were the guy going by saying, do you need more to drink? Do you need a refill? And then they say, do you want more ice?
Dude.
It's always a question.
Yeah, their ice hits different too. I mean, they really got it just down to a science.
Yeah, they do.
See, Vegas only got Chick-fil-A like I want to say like 6 to 7 years ago. Like there wasn't a Chick-fil-A, so I grew up on KFC. So, are you a KFC guy at all?
Are you a Famous Bowl guy?
I used to be, but now I love the spicy chicken sandwiches there. You gotta try one of those.
Yeah, I had a KFC across the street in college that we would hit like very rarely. I'm not a big KFC guy. Like growing up, like Famous Bowl, like my mom would drive through and get us Famous Bowl or something. But I mean, it's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. But like, if I had to go to another chicken spot other than Chick-fil-A, I'm hitting Popeyes.
Dude, Popeyes chicken sandwich. I remember when they first dropped that, and people were like, "It's better than Chick-fil-A." I was like, "I'll be the judge of this, okay?" And I remember trying it and being like, I mean, I would never forsake the Lord's chicken, but I'm gonna say it's got an argument to be made.
It was pretty good. Like people were lining up outside for it. I remember that.
Yeah, it was like wild. Out. Yeah, like people like trying to like sell them on eBay. I'm like, what are you doing?
They marketed it correctly for sure.
They did. Yeah, it was like the hottest thing in the world for like a month and a half.
Wait, I found it.
Kind of like Bev Boys.
I'm gonna send it to both of y'all. Hang on.
Send it. Dude, I'm so we got you got a big week. Duels. Ironically, I'm gonna be in your hometown this weekend. Going to Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, buddy of mine. One of my good friends, he's like one of my best friends, is getting engaged, and his fiance's, I don't know if it's her brother or her cousin, is Cooper
Dossie.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Maddie.
Wait, Cooper's not gonna be there though.
Where, in Dallas?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was gonna be at the party, but thought I was gonna meet him.
He's playing in Savannah this week. Corn Ferry's back, baby. I got something to do.
Well, I'm gonna miss him. I'm sure I'll connect with him eventually, though.
So you're going to?
Yeah. So
let me double check that. Yeah, April 3rd through the 6th is Savannah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be there literally from Friday to Sunday. But yeah, I guess it's his cousin Maddie is getting engaged to
Sick.
My good friend Colin. So shout out to them.
Dude, wait, hang on. Does Maddie know she's getting engaged?
We'll edit this out.
I was gonna say, yeah, like that's terrible. If you just blew it.
Oh no! Actually, they're
oh shit.
Time out. So they're getting engaged. They're getting engaged tomorrow. He told me this last night. They're getting engaged tomorrow because tomorrow's her birthday. Hilarious that her birthday is on April Fool's, and he's proposing on April Fool's.
Oh no!
Which I mean, So yeah,
no, it's perfect.
Yeah, by the time this comes out,
okay, so we're good. We're good.
Good call there. Can you imagine?
Dude, could you imagine he's just like scrolling, like watching, and she hears it, and she's like, "What?"
He's like, I think Nick's doing one of his skits again. I don't know. This can't be real. But
wait, where in Dallas
though? So I think he lives in McKinney now.
Dude.
Yeah.
You're like 5. Well, I mean, I lived in McKinney for 2 years, the last 2 years. But you're like 5 minutes from my hometown. All right, you're gonna go to Hutchins Barbecue.
I'm so excited to be back in Texas. I feel like I was made for Texas.
Texas is great. I mean, it'll always be my home. Love Texas. Florida's awesome. But dude, you have to go to Hutchins. FP, I was on the same flight back to Dallas with him this past week. And when we landed, I was like, go to Hutchins. He Ubered straight to Hutchins. And he texted me after, and he was like, I mean, I can't say what he said on here, but like, to an unbelievable level, he said. So you got
to try it.
I land in the morning, so I got nothing but time to kill. So I'm definitely going to go.
If you're down to barbecue at lunch, dude, there won't be a line. Every time you go, there's a line out the door. But if you go at lunch, like there's not a line. So I would try that.
Hutchins. I'm putting it on my phone now. And then when I leave Dallas, go and do a nice little tournament in Georgia, which you will also be at.
Huh. What days are you going?
I'll be there all week, Tuesday to Sunday.
Wow.
Wait, are you going in every day?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think at this point I keep getting told that I have a ticket with my name on it. I've yet to see it or confirm what days it is. So I'm just like, you guys better not be lying to me. I'm gonna be so devastated. But we're going down there. Me, Chubba, Sonny are taking the Topgolf ice cream truck, and we're gonna be down there doing some stuff for Topgolf and Cash App. So it's gonna be a really fun time. And then a couple other people have invited us to a few things, like the Malbin House we got invited to, which should be cool.
So did I.
Yeah, dude. Apparently, like Schoolboy, JR, and all of them are gonna be there. I'm like, heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go rub elbows with JR.
Probably go talk to Schoolboy and be like, yo, so like I kind of do the raps too, you know? No, but dude, I'm really trying to lock in JR because he's like, dude, I'll come like ride shotgun and do one of the raps with you. And I'm like, dude,
oh, that's awesome.
Let's lock that in.
That's so Luke Gardner, who works for Malvin, is one of my good buddies.
Oh, that's sick.
We grew up playing golf together, then we played together in college for 2 years.
That's so dope. I really want to play with him because he's a stick. Well, I mean,
who, JR?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Luke.
What is JR good? Is JR Smith good?
Yeah.
He played. He like went back to college and played on the college team.
That's awesome.
I'm actually I just reached out to Beth Page a few days ago because I played there in last July. And I made a reel about it, just recapping it. And so they followed me. And so I just messaged them the other day and was kind of just like, because I know they've been like following everything that's been happening with the page. And when they followed me, I had like 1,000 followers. And so I'm like, hey, like, was basically like, you know, I want to do like a 2v2 Ryder Cup for like long form content and then post it like leading up to the Ryder Cup. And it was basically just like, hey, can I like hop on a call or like talk with you guys about making this possibility? But I would love to like, I feel like that's something that I could like, because I have JR's number now. I feel like I could like text that to him back. Yo, would this be something you'd be down to do? Because I mean, he's a Jersey guy.
Yeah, dude, that would be sick. Rocky, are you going to the Masters? No.
I wish, brother.
Have you ever been?
I've never been. No,
dude, me either. When I got the call the other day, I was literally like kind of
shaking.
Yeah,
I bet.
Are you going with Joe and them?
No, I'm going. Josh Kelly called me, and
I finally connected with him. By the way,
he's a man, dude.
Like over a message, we're trying to get out and play, but
dude, he's a good. He'd be good in skits too, because like he kind of does them, you know, like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Josh Kelly called me like 2 weeks ago and was like, I might have a ticket to the Masters. Like, would you want to go? And I was like, I would, but we're supposed to film that week. And I was like, unless you have 2 tickets, like unless you have one for Mad Jack too, like I can't cancel.
Yeah.
Filming.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta like.
What
film.
a guy! What a guy!
I was like, I can't cancel. He was like, dude, that sucks. And then he called me 2 days ago and was like, hey, we got 2 tickets. Do you and Mad Jack want to go? And I called Mad Jack and I was like, yo, are you sitting down? He was like, yeah. Like, are you with Hannah? And he was like, yeah. I was like, tell her to start recording. So she like pulled out her phone and recorded it. And I called him and told him we're going to the Masters. So that was pretty sick. But
that's so dope.
Is that not? I think that might be the best sports call you could get.
Oh yeah.
Like I think it's better than the Super Bowl. I think it's better than anything.
It is. It is.
That's the best sports call you could get. I feel like, unless it's like the Olympics, but even then, like I still think the Masters.
I'll say this. I'll say this. If it was the Cowboys in the Super Bowl, that would be the best call I could get.
Yep. 100%.
Unless
I
okay.
disagree.
If it's Tiger in contention on a Sunday at the Masters, then okay, then that might be a different story. But if it was the Cowboys Super Bowl, then that is all I could ask for.
Yeah, no, if it was the Cowboys Super Bowl, that's my number 1. But like Masters, that's like number 2. Now I'm going Wednesday. Super thrilled to be going Wednesday. Like you get to take camera in, all that stuff. Like that's cool. Now, like you said, Sunday at the Masters might be, but I don't know. Just going in general. Like I cannot wait. I'm going with Chaz too.
That's
man,
dude. Imagine me and Chaz walking the hill.
I mean, I feel like you got to throw them on your shoulders.
Oh, for sure.
You got to.
Well, I already know Josh Kelly's going to do it. I can't steal Josh Kelly's bit.
Yeah.
But if Chaz wants to get on my shoulders for a picture, we are doing that 1,000%. Dude, the video, I don't know if it's out yet. I was squatting down reading a putt and Chaz just jumped on my shoulders. And I sat there for a second. Dude, I sat there for a second. I was like, can I get him up? And then I was like, he doesn't weigh that much.
Yeah.
I stood up with him on my shoulders. And it's so funny. You're going to love it.
Is it out?
I don't think so. It's on Josh Kelly's channel. It'll be on Josh Kelly's channel. So
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, no.
All right. So speaking of Masters, I want to do something a little special leading up to it. As a lot of people know, when you're at the Masters, they keep their prices pretty low compared to pretty much any other sporting event. So I have the photo of the menu that I sent to you guys. We'll throw it up when we post this.
Wait, we're using the OG photo, right?
The OG one, because, you know, with inflation and the cost and stuff like that, we're going to go off this one. You get $15 to spend. That one. $15 to spend. You know, it's a strategic play here. It's chess, not checkers. Mace, since you're our guest, we'll let you start off. How are you spending your $15?
Am I going through the whole 15 here?
Yeah, just go through, lock it in.
Now, I know this is going to like rub some people the wrong way. I'm not an egg salad or pimento cheese guy because I don't like mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I won't do anything white. So
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, absolutely not. So now just stick with me through this process.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going barbecue, for $3.
Good.
Now, is this is just for the day or like one order? I got $15 or like...
No, I guess it's for the day, so you can spread it out how you want, or you can just go heavy for breakfast. I mean,
all right, I'm skipping breakfast and I'm hitting it like probably 2 o'clock.
Little intermittent fasting. Okay.
I should probably try it, but I'm gonna go barbecue for $3.
Yeah.
And then I got to see what they're talking about on this chicken biscuit, because I'm a chicken biscuit guy.
It makes you think about it, yeah.
So I got to try the chicken biscuit. That's $5. Now, this is where it's going to get a little fuzzy for some people, and they're going to hate it.
Yeah.
I'm getting so that's $6. I'm getting 3 Coke Zeros.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, there's no shot you go to the Masters and you don't have a Coke.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
3 Coke Zeros, so that's $6. So now we're at 12, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! I misread this.
Yeah, well, because you forgot something.
Oh, I got to have my domestic beer.
Exactly. That's
yeah. I mean, no. All right.
And that eats up a huge chunk of the budget right there.
Oh, that's a third of the budget. Dude.
I know. It's tough.
Take away one of my Coke Zeros. So, and then I'm gonna hit a domestic beer, which kind of sucks that I'm only having one beer. Because once you have one,
right?
Once you have one at the Masters, I feel like you got to have like maybe 5 more.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So here's the thing: is that Rocky's budget is wide open because Rocky's like, I'm not getting alcohol, and I'm like,
yeah, I'm not a drinker.
Old move, Cotton.
Wait, so you're not gonna get a single?
I contemplating picking a beer just to take a sip and then throw it away just to get a beer at the Masters, but I'm not an alcohol drinker, so it's a waste. It's the most expensive thing on the menu, and it's a waste for me.
Dude, you can like literally have the rest of the menu.
I'd rather drink 3 Cokes. I loved where you were going with the 3 Diet Cokes.
I did too until because Josh Kelly texted me. He was like, the best thing about the Masters is the beers are $3. So in my mind, I'm thinking $3 beer. But then when I read it on the menu, it was $5. So that's where I went wrong. But yeah, I'm going 2 Coke Zeros, 1 beer.
Yeah. I like that. Rock.
You want me to go? I'm gonna go with the. I would start with the classic chicken sandwich for $3.
Yeah.
I would also do a barbecue for $3. And then this is where I would get 3 Cokes. So that puts me at, what is that? 12.
Yep.
And then I'd get a couple bags of chips. Put me right at 15.
That's a way better thing than that's way better than what I ordered.
Well, it's just the beer. You gotta if you go for a beer, it kind of messes things up a little bit.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the crow's nest is kind of like talking to me now that I'm looking at it. But
I mean, anything that's got like its own little like calligraphy and stuff. I actually asked my buddy who went he went to one of the practice rounds in 19. It's like a cocktail.
I think don't they add or they change it out, right? Because this year it's like some azalea drink, and that's what you could order on Taste of the Masters, which I did.
There's also not the I'm noticing this one doesn't have. My boy told me there's a Georgia peach ice cream sandwich, and he's like, it hits.
That would have been on the list.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna follow a budget when I go on Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
smart move. Smart move.
15 might just be breakfast,
and I'm not following a budget in the merch shop either.
Oh, dude,
you might. That's gonna bang you, but it's worth it.
I'm a big pro shop guy. It's not looking pretty.
You can't go there and not.
Dave Ramsey is gonna be disgusted at the damage that I do.
And dude, who cares?
Yeah,
you know?
You only live one.
Yeah, Dave likes what does he say? I like fast cars. I'm like, well, this is my fast car, Dave. I like rope hats. All right,
come on.
So let me hear your menu. I gotta know what you're doing here.
Let's see. I was writing mine down. I got 150 left, so I'm gonna do. Okay. Yep. You know what? Everything looks so good. Yeah, okay. I like this. Yeah, just real strategic move out here. So breakfast, I'm a big caffeine guy, and so I'm just just going to assume that obviously I don't have anything prior to getting onto the grounds. Would like to have like a Celsius, but we're going to have an Augusta coffee. We'll start out, we'll get a coffee, we'll get a blueberry muffin because I got to save some of the dough for later on. Would like to get the chicken biscuit, but I have to think long term here.
50 more. It's 50 more cents.
I know, but here's the thing: is that when we get to lunch, like as long as I've heard about the Masters, people talk about the Masters, you always hear about this damn pimento cheese sandwich. I just have to try it. I have to try it because I'm tired of hearing people talk about it. And once I try it, if I don't like it, well, then guess what? It's not good. I don't care what anyone says. Hey, it's not good. Sorry, you're wrong. My opinion is truth. So I factored in, I'm going to buy a pimento cheese sandwich. I'm probably not going to like it. And then I'm going to go back for the barbecue sandwich, which I am going to like. That's going to be my lunch.
Hang on. So we're at $453. So we're at $750. We're halfway through the budget.
We're going to get obviously the domestic beer because there's not a universe where I go to the Masters and I don't have a tall crispy boy in my hands. I mean,
and you get the cup.
And I get
wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
What are we talking about here?
Because I think you're probably getting the cup with the Coke too. Like I don't think they're giving you a bottle of Coke. Like they're giving you a can. I think at $2, it's got to be a 12-ounce can that you're pouring over ice.
There's gonna be a moment where, and this is where I'm glad that like you can't really have the phones or anything. There's gonna be a moment where I have the beer in my hand and I'm just standing there and I'm just like, yeah, this is it. This is life. Like this is living. You know what I mean?
Well, in golf, essentially you've made it.
For sure.
For sure.
You know, the funny thing is, of all of like the crazy things that have happened over like the last 4.5 months, of all of those things, the thing that people in my life get so caught up on, they're like, "You're going to the Masters," and I'm like, "That I just quit my job." You're okay. All right. No, I get it. It's the Masters for sure. But yeah, I mean, it is a big deal. My parents are already texting me. They're like, "Get us this and that in the pro shop." I'm like, pump your brakes there. And then to round us off, I got $1.50 left, so I am going to get some cookies. Would like to know what that ice cream sandwich runs. If it is $150, obviously I would sub that out. But yeah, I mean,
hang on.
Did I do the math wrong? 950. Oh wait, no,
you were $12.50.
$10.50.
What were you at?
$13.50. All right, yes. Domestic beer 6, coffee's $150.
What did I miss?
Pimentos. So domestic beer, coffee, and pimento sandwich would put me at 9. The blueberry muffin would put me at $10.50.
Yeah, he's off.
Dude.
I'm off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
You get another item, dog.
Yeah, you have a whole another item left. I think you have. What do you have? $250 left?
I think he's got $250 left. I think he's at $12.50.
Yeah. Come on, dog.
Before his last pick.
Yeah.
Hey, I think the reason the prices are like this so you don't have to use a calculator, but go ahead and whip that thing out.
Hold on, I gotta add this up.
That was a good one.
No, dude, that's 15. I had it right.
Dude, you must have not told us that you must have missed telling us an item then.
No.
Tell me what you
No, domestic beer is 6. Coffee and pimento sandwich
domestic beer is
5.
Wait, what?
What menu are you looking at? The white one or the black?
This is the one that you sent us.
Dang, it is. What? Oh, I was looking at the white wine price. I don't know why. Wait, so I have a whole other $1.
Well, no, I think you got a whole. You have two. Yeah, you have $250 left.
No.
You had one.
I was accounting for the beer to be 6. It's
yes, but before your last selection, you had $250.
Yeah, so take the cookies away, and now you got $250.
That changes things.
Yeah, a lot of things.
All right,
you can get that chicken biscuit now, dog.
Yeah. There's no way those cookies are smacking like that.
The chicken biscuit.
But then I got like a weird 50 cents left over. It's like, You know what?
Just tip them.
Let's get the chicken biscuit. Yeah, and let's tip them. You know what? They're working hard. Yeah,
I like it.
Let's round out.
Stand up guy. Stand up guy.
I mean, guys, I would have just gotten finessed right there.
Dude, you would have walked away like, oh, there's no change, and the guy behind the counter would have been pocketing.
God, if it's not obvious, I desperately need a money guy.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I kept sitting there and I was like, okay, this is like out on the internet. It's gonna live forever, and if I'm wrong here, I was
doing the same thing, and I waited until you said something, Buster.
Because I'm a math guy.
Are you?
I'm a number. Yeah, like I'm a numbers guy.
Yeah.
So like when he was getting it wrong, I was like, no, wait. I'm now. Breakfast is only served till 10 a.m.
Oh, chicken biscuit's off. Unless you got to go chicken biscuit for your chicken biscuit. Yeah, Mason's chicken biscuit, because you said no. You said no breakfast.
Okay. Then here's what we'll do. Let's get rid of the blueberry muffin now that we can afford the chicken biscuit.
You have $2 left then.
Just think what you could do.
Oh, no, $2. Yeah,
you're gonna get a Coke.
Yeah, let's round it out. Let's round it out with a Coke. A Coke with the barbecue, I feel like, is just a great move. You know, that right there is a good menu.
You do have a heck of a menu. I'm
Took
living
some work.
That's good.
Yeah,
it takes a village, you know. But look at us now.
That is no longer going to be a YouTube short.
Wow. Yeah, well, guys, my first piece of long form content.
Yeah,
there it is. There it is.
It's a $15 Masters menu draft.
3 guys try to figure out how to add up to $15.
Yeah, I was listening to you, and I kind of thought you were off, but I was like Mason said, I was too scared to say something until you said it. Then I backed you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you backing me. By the way.
Me not do so well in school.
Me neither.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm not a good school guy.
Yeah. I mean, I did well in college because
you would pay for it. Yeah.
Well, no, because I could cheat.
Yeah, it's easy to cheat.
Quizlet was the thing.
Socratic,
yeah.
Take a picture of the screen, gives you the answer. Now, dude, all the AI stuff does literally everything for you. Like,
could have used ChatGPT.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was different though, because like when I was in college, it wasn't like, you know, stuff that like mad people were doing on Quizlet, because like my degree was like in like ministry, so it wasn't like I was just getting like the same answers as like everyone else. Like it wasn't like
dude, your professor's like, listen, the answers are in this book right here called the Bible.
And I'm like, but it was also just like you always got the talking to where it was just like, you know, you can cheat, but like, what's the price of your integrity? And it's just like, don't hit me with that.
Listen, like, I'm not proud of it. I went to a small Christian school for 2 years, and I cheated on my Old Testament final. Had to.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I did cheat in college. I'm not proud of it.
I mean, I'm not.
I mean, who hasn't cheated in college? Come on.
Yeah, but like, listen, when you've got your answers printed out and you tape them inside the label of the water bottle,
that's impressive.
That you can set it on your desk and spin it and read your answers. Like, that's not good, especially on the Old Testament. But
did you pass?
Yeah, duh.
Come on.
See, to me, it wasn't about pass. It was me about like having a better GPA than other guys on the team. So like, I was gonna pass regardless. It was like I wanted an A.
Yeah.
So it's like,
dude.
But I also, just not proud of it. But I did it.
What a draft! I just have to say that Masters draft, I filmed that same draft this time last year. Ironically, I think the idea I got from a good friend of mine, Luke, from back home, but we were on like a little podcast episode like this a year ago doing the same draft. And I remember in my head was just like, I'll probably never go to the Masters. And
here you are.
A year later.
Look at us.
Dude, I thought I'd go to the Masters because I thought I'd be the guy that was just like, once it got to a certain point, like I've hit my breaking point and I'm just going to spend the money to go. Like, but then I looked at ticket prices yesterday.
Yeah.
To get in on Thursday and Friday, it is $5,000.
It's bigger than the Super Bowl, boys, even if the Cowboys are playing. I'm telling you.
No.
I'm telling you, it's bigger than the Super Bowl, even if the Cowboys were playing.
Here's the thing.
Not for me. Not for me.
It is.
Here
I wouldn't pay $5,000 for a Masters ticket this weekend, but I would pay $5,000 if I had it and the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, because I might never see that again.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna put it to you this way. The Masters is gonna be incredible. Being on the grounds is gonna be incredible. But if I go on Sunday at the Masters, max I can watch 2 guys at one time.
Yeah.
At one time, I can only watch 2 guys. Now, if I go to the Super Bowl, I'm watching 22 dudes go at it for the Lombardi.
I'm not trying to downplay the Super Bowl, but I think that you guys both got the best call in sports. I got tickets for you to the Masters. I don't think there's anything better than that.
For sure.
I think the best call in sports is probably the Masters. I will agree with that. Like say, hey, I got tickets like for free. Like that's the best call in sports. Now, I think the best what I would spend my money on, I guess, is really where I'm going.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, but
that's fair.
The way that I look at it too is that it's great to get that call for the Masters, but at the same time, next year, 90% of the guys that are in the Masters this year will be in the Masters next year. The Super Bowl, when a team goes, you don't know how long it's going to be before you see that team back there, unless it's the Kansas City Chiefs.
Ask the Bills, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, right before I got on this call, met Thurman Thomas.
Wow.
That's sick.
That's cool.
He went to Oklahoma State, so that's my guy.
That's fire.
That's awesome.
I think that my frustration and disdain with just how the Cowboys are being run right now, I have been joking so much lately. I'm like, maybe I'll just be a Bills fan for a little bit until Jerry passes the team on.
The thing is, I think
that's much better.
I am a Bills fan because they don't play the Cowboys much, and I'm still cheering for the Cowboys. And I guess if it came down to it, obviously I'm going to cheer for the Cowboys, but I don't have to worry.
Being a Bills fan's pretty brutal too, though.
Wait, Rocky, who's your football team?
I don't really have one, but since the Raiders came here, I kind of support them just because they're here. But I'm not a big. I used to be a San Diego Chargers fan, and then once they left San Diego, I kind of lost love for them. But I mean, I guess you could say I'm a Raiders fan.
Yeah,
all right. I mean,
it
sucks. I hate them, but I love
Geno Smith, baby.
Yeah, I know. It's let's get excited.
Is that the guy now?
That's the guy now. Yeah.
Dang, what happened to my twin, Aiden O'Connell? Is he still in town?
I think he's still there. I just think he's going to be the backup.
Let's go.
It really is your twin. That's crazy.
Hold it down for us, bro. Yeah, I don't know, dude. People just started saying that. I get that. I get Derek Carr, which is
I see
which is crazy because my entire life from probably 10th grade up until maybe a year ago, people were always like, dude, you look just like Josh Peck.
Who's Josh Peck?
Oh, is that Drake and Josh guy?
Drake and Josh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I got that for years. But both versions, skinny and fat version. Yeah, so when people started saying Aiden I honestly never got Aiden O'Connell until Bev Voice. People were always like, oh, Josh Peck. And I'm like, God, dude, shut up.
Well, Aiden O'Connell just popped up not too long ago.
Yeah. He's trying to steal my aura.
He had his breakout party on Christmas against the Chiefs last year.
He did.
What a time.
Divide game, baby.
It's literally the ball I'm gonna play because of you guys.
I need a finder's fee.
Yep.
When we played Weekapaw, I remember just thinking that golf ball looks so cool.
It does look cool.
I was like, I want to play this ball.
Rocky, what do you play?
Well, honestly, I used to play the Callaway Triple Truck.
You just got a deal.
I just got a deal. I was going to start pulling out golf balls too, but we just got a deal with Encore.
Dude, those are sick. Josh plays it. I think Josh Allen's actually a.
Should we start comparing balls?
Let's compare balls.
Wait. Is this moving over?
Yeah, we just got a deal with Encore, which I played a couple rounds of them and I shot pretty well with them, so I'm pretty excited about it.
I haven't ever played an Encore. I hit one though, and they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, I'm not that good to really tell the difference in golf balls, but so far they've been great.
You got a little game to you. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It just depends on what golfer shows up. I'm very inconsistent, man.
I'm with you, dude. No, well, I don't practice, so like.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm inconsistent.
Like my last 3 rounds were I shot 73, and then I shot 80, 85, and then 75. Like,
dude,
it's just like it's crazy how different I could be on any given day.
Yeah,
that's the difference. Is like I'm feeling good about like where my game is going, trending this year, but I'm not even at that point yet. I mean, like 70, like my best is still 77. But
that's really good.
But this is the year. This is the year that we crack single digits. And
but also like we've only played golf together once, and like you have
moments of like,
yeah, but it's like you're definitely going to be able to shoot somewhere around even par eventually.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Because I got none of the time now.
Not only that, but you hit shots that like only even par golfers hit. And then you hit shots, that
you're just like, what?
As most of us do. But yeah, I mean,
I think the big thing has been the short game. And it's mainly, obviously it's been like the putting, but like the chipping has just been like abysmal. But I will say this. I randomly was watching an Instagram video the other day, and I've always seen the people that like they putt and they keep their head down like where the ball is for an extra second, and then they look at the ball. And I saw it the other day, and I was just like, I'm gonna try that today. And it was rock. It was like me in Vegas with the Mez.
You were just draining them.
That's how I was putting.
I've never seen a guy make more putts in a 3-day span than this guy with my putter. It was unbelievable.
I went out there. I played with his Mez, and I was like, I got to get one of these as soon as I get back.
The Mez is like.
Mind you, he was telling me all the way leading up before he was coming, like, I'm terrible. I've seen his skits. Like, I'm expecting this guy to be terrible. And like the first 8 holes, he made every single putt. It was
yeah.
Didn't matter how far it was. They were all just dropping.
I mean, I finished last season as like a 14.2, mind you. The worst part about it was 3 days ago, I got invited to play the oldest country club in New Jersey. This guy who has been following the page for a while. What were you gonna say?
What club is that?
Essex County.
Yeah.
So I got invited to go play up there, and so we get on the first tee box. They're talking about bets and like, all right, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Sorry, I'm getting choked up talking about it.
Let me take a sip of this long real quick.
Shout out. Yeah, and I birdied the first hole, and they were like, "Are you sandbagging us?" And I was like,
"I don't think so."
I was like, "I'll be honest with you guys. That is literally the first time I've ever birdied the first hole, golfing period." And I was like even through like 6 holes, and then we got on a par 5, and I got a 9.
Yeah,
and they were like, "Oh, okay." And ended up shooting like an 86.
I got a new lab coming.
What do you got?
Yeah, which one?
I got the counterbalance DF3.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have all of them. Which one could you be getting?
I have a counterbalance Mez.
You didn't like it?
Well, I liked it. I told him to make it heavier, and it was like a little too heavy to like get started.
Okay.
And I've always loved that orange Mez, so I just can't.
The orange. Yeah. I almost got it in orange because of your putter.
Well, I'm gonna try the. We're supposed to go out there soon. I'm gonna try the Oz, no insert.
Yeah, I want to try that too because I didn't like it with the insert.
I can't do the insert. I've never been an insert guy, and then I was, but I talked to Sam, and he was saying like the people that were with Lab prior to the Oz don't want an insert, and the new people coming over to Lab are like loving the insert.
Is it because everything was softer leading up to that? Is that what that is?
Like everything's softer, so like everybody's like now like learned to like hit it harder, and then they get that insert in, and that's what happened with me, dude.
Yeah,
like 4 feet. It's not like I was hitting it like way past the hole, it was like it was staying high side for way too long. Like the putt wasn't turning.
Yeah.
I was hitting it too hard. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to my mez, and I love the mez. I mean, the Oz is great, but I'm a mez guy, man.
I do. I would be really interested to try the Oz without the insert. I feel like it could be a huge difference.
It would be. It probably would.
I can't wait to try that. And they would send me one right now, but they said they want to do like an official fitting or something with it, like when we go out to Oregon. So I'm just kind of like waiting for it because, like, I will say the experience of going to Oregon, like they literally build the putter right in front of your eyes.
That's fire. And I mean, the Mez is still getting the job done.
Oh yeah, the Mez is working.
Yeah.
The Mez is working for sure.
Mason, I had one question for you. I recently just did this like Pacific Coast series where we traveled down the Pacific Coast and played some courses, and I had to play Spanish Bay because I watched your guys' video. Where do you rank Spanish Bay in like the courses all time that you played? Is it in the top? Is it in your top 10 maybe?
So I'm gonna preface this. My grandpa, we went to Pebble like my junior year of high school.
Okay.
And he was like, we're not playing Spanish Bay. I hate that place. I think they need to take a bulldozer to it. Like,
oh no,
the worst design course in the country. Like, dude, he just hated it. So when they told us we were playing Spanish Bay while we were out there, I was like, all right, you know, like.
You were like more like Spanish gay?
And dude, I loved Spanish Bay. Like
I had so much fun there.
I thought it was a fun golf course. I thought he like claimed that you had to like lay up with a 5-iron off the tee, then hit 3-wood in the green. I didn't see any of that. Mm-hmm. But I loved it. Now cracking my top, dude, it's not up there. No.
Really?
You've probably played.
But I know you played crazy courses, so that's why I wanted to ask.
Well, no, I've played like crazy courses, and then also like my bag is so deep of golf courses because we did 50 states in 50 weeks. So I saw every style of golf course you could play in every part of the country. And then I've also gone now to like Dubai, Australia, and Europe. So it's like there's so much golf out there. And like people always ask me like,
do you have a clear cut number one?
Yeah, so if you go back, like I kind of screwed myself on our Golf No Glory ranking system. I like put some places way too high, way too early. Mm-hmm. And then there were places that I played were a little bit better, but I keep always going back. So like my rating system was a little bit flawed, but I go back. West Virginia Pete Dye Golf Club is
really,
I don't know why. I think it's maybe my favorite golf course I've ever played.
Wow.
It's not the most like it is aesthetically pleasing. It's beautiful, stunning. It's pure, but for some reason it's just like tee to green, whole experience for the day. Like that's my number one.
Yeah.
West Virginia.
Dude, like middle of nowhere.
Country roads, cool. Baby.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Mama, dude. Now, my best, I guess I should say, that's on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My best experience is like playing Pebble Beach with my grandpa. Like you're not gonna, that'll never get topped, and I don't care if because there's a lot of golf courses that are technically better than Pebble Beach, but nobody's topping that day. But on camera, like Pete Dye Golf Club for sure.
Dude,
that's my number one now.
There's something about you could play a less nice golf course, but if the experience is A1, that the course gets way jacked up in the rankings.
Oh, dude, you give me the vibe all day.
Dude, now, I played a course in Delaware that was like, ironically, Baywood Gardens.
Okay.
Or Baywood Greens. They call it Augusta of the North, I guess, because of the like landscape with the flowers and all of that. But it was just a vibe. I was on a golf trip with my boys. We all played well. And the vibes were just so high all day. And I was just like, dude, this is like a top 5 course for me now just because of how much fun it was.
And like, don't get me wrong, like Spanish Bay is unbelievable.
It was awesome for me.
Yeah.
Like it's like really
Half Moon was awesome too.
I haven't played Half Moon, but
Half Moon had better views at Half Moon, but the golf course was way better. And then
I played Monarch.
We played Monarch. They have that one hole, right? That one hole on the ocean.
Monarch's sick. I love Monarch.
I love Monarch too. Yeah. Pelican. We did on that trip, we did Half Moon, Spanish Bay, Sandpiper in Santa Barbara, and then we did Pelican to end.
That's a great trip because I haven't played Pelican, but I've heard Pelican's great.
Pelican's great, but you don't really see the ocean that much.
That's where the bird pooped on Bob's head.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Salim and Grant and Garrett.
Have you been up to Canada?
No, I want to. Probably go.
Big Sky is in my top 3 too.
Yeah, I want to go to Big Sky. I want to do Whistler. I want to do all that.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm trying to get to Wisconsin, bro.
Oh,
Wisconsin got so many. I literally have been saving them on my Google Maps, and I'm like, dude, I could go to like Wisconsin, hit a few in Michigan, and then fly out of Detroit.
People claim that Michigan's like the best golf in the country. I've only played up there one. No, I played in Minnesota in college, but one time in Michigan, it was Arcadia Bluffs, which is like also top. You know, there's so many of them.
I'm Nick. I literally just today started planning the Great Lakes series. Do the same. Go up to Michigan and do that same thing.
Arcadia Bluffs, Blackwell,
Forest Dunes, I think, is one of them that I heard of.
Yeah, you can play it forward and backwards.
Yeah, really?
You know that?
No.
They've got a black route and a red route, I think is what they call it. And it's the same 18 holes, but if you flip them around and play it backwards, it's a completely different golf course.
That's crazy.
That's so sick.
Yeah, it's nuts. So they Forest Dunes, that'll take you 2 days because you got to play it both routes, I would assume.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Great Lakes.
Great Lakes.
Sick. Yeah, Aaron Hills with some straights.
Or Bay Harbor. Bay Harbor, have you heard of that? That's one that I was told. The Scratch Golf guy, he lives up there, and he was telling me all the best spots to do.
I'm really trying to get out to Illinois because somebody that follows me is like a head pro at Medina and was like, come play. And I was like,
sure.
Say less.
Medina followed us while we were doing Golf No Glory, and we were trying to do the one that they played the Ryder Cup on.
Yeah.
And was it the Ryder Cup?
Or was it President's Cup?
Or was it U.S. Open?
It might have been U.S. Open.
Whatever it was, they followed us, and we were like, we want to come play it. And that course was under construction. And they were like, we'd love to have you out next year for your Illinois stop. And I was like, listen, I don't think you understand. We're doing 50 states in 50 weeks. You've got 1 week to get this thing right.
Was that brutal? Was that a brutal task? Was it a lot?
Yeah, but I'd do it again like tomorrow.
I bet.
Yeah.
That's
well,
amazing.
actually, I don't. I'm married now. I wouldn't say that because.
Yeah, dude, the thought of 50 weeks, like I'm just in my head, just like I'm past that. Okay.
We did it in. We technically did it in 48.
Oh, that's a lot of planning.
Oh, dude.
I mean, you went on tour essentially.
Our entire life was like planning flights, rental cars, and making sure we had golf courses. But like, it was pretty hectic. Like, I'd say midway through February, we were like thinking we were going to miss a week. And we were like, okay, if we miss a week, it's not the end of the world because there's 52 weeks in the year. Like, we're fine. But then we didn't want to miss a week, and it was cold everywhere. And we were like, the warmest it's going to be in a state that we haven't done yet is New Mexico. And we flew out to El Paso and drove into New Mexico, played golf real quick, and drove back all in one day. And we thought we were going to miss that one. Once we got that one, it warmed up the next week. And then we went and knocked out like 2 or 3 states. And then we started stacking them. Like, there was at one point, we were like 9 or 10 videos ahead.
That's amazing.
Because I got engaged in August. So like we took some time off for that. But what people don't understand is we were also filming other videos. Like if you go back through that year, we were filming, we did a different state every Sunday. And then we did some sort of video every Thursday.
Yeah.
Like whether that was a collab or whatever, but we were just like, we were on the road, dude. That was it.
Yeah. Man, I did 4 days and it was a lot. I could only imagine what you guys had to.
Well, we figured out that our max filming like capacity is like 3 days, like 3 rounds of golf.
Yeah.
because like once you're like you need a day to like just like not be on, you know,
I
like
agree.
and like technically I don't need a day off because like I'm always like I'm not any different on or off. I'm gonna never shut up either way.
Mm-hmm.
But like just playing golf on camera is tiring rather than just playing golf with the boys, you know.
For sure. I was gonna ask that, like, do you, when you're done filming, do you still find like relaxation and still going out and playing golf?
Yeah. It's like I cannot wait to. I don't know when I'm gonna get to play because it's live stuff.
Yeah.
Like I cannot wait to go play.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get like sick of it. Like I
like,
don't.
Dude, like Mad Jack got burnt out a little bit.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole reason I started doing all this. I was like, I just want to play golf every day.
And that's what I like try to tell people too. Is like my literal goal for doing this job was so I could play golf every day. Like I'm not gonna pass up the opportunity on a day when I have nothing going on to like not go play golf.
Yeah.
Like I got invited to play Grove on Saturday, and I'm like, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing, bro.
I'm gonna go in there and like say, oh, Cassie's gonna kill me, dude. I got Grove Pro Shop Saturday, Masters Wednesday.
Oh no.
I smell a skit. I smell a skit coming.
Dude, I smell debt.
I smell I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
You know what? You're right.
Dude,
just bring the credit card.
I need a question though. I have a question for you. I need an answer. How would you film that skit? Would you do Grove and Masters Pro Shop? Because I'm not gonna have my phone at the Masters.
So do they take your phone before you go in? Like how does that work?
Like, they have lockers.
Yeah, but I think most people just like leave it in their car because like they don't want to deal with it.
That's crazy.
I mean, what you really have to do, it's just like it's explaining the significance of the life experience that you're getting to play this course, that like explaining like the rarity of it, and it's like this is a piece of history. Like I may never, same thing with the Masters, this may be the only chance that I get to walk in this pro shop.
Yeah, and then next year when I get the call again,
and then it's just like
I'm here again.
Well, so all the gear from last year is like expired now, and so actually I can actually flip a lot of this stuff for more profit, and then we can go on like a vacation or something. So I'm just gonna keep it in the closet, and then like a week later all the tags are off, and it's like I don't know what happened.
I actually know exactly what I'm gonna do, and it's not gonna be near as high quality of an edit as what you do. So,
dude, it like
the phone's like gonna be like right here, and I'm just gonna be talking to her while she's on the couch, and tell her that I'm literally about to spend who knows how much money.
Yeah, with the Grove is another story. It was funny when I was in West Palm last month, and I posted and was like asking people like where I should go play. This one guy was like, Panther National or the Grove, and I'm just like, who do you think I am?
Yeah, let me call JT, and then I'm gonna put Mike on the phone and see if we go out there.
Yeah, dude, I'm just like trying to find somewhere that's not gonna escort me off the property.
Well, apparently Grove's got like limited edition, like course exclusive Jordans in there.
Of course they do.
Gotta grab those.
Yeah, but if what are the chances they got a 14?
I mean, it's probably a good chance because he's probably got a lot of basketball guys coming through there.
That's true. Because like, I don't care if I like the shoe or not.
You got to get them.
If they've got an exclusive, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to buy the hats, which I don't even wear hats that don't have my own logo on them. So now that's just a, piece that's sitting up in my closet somewhere. Because I'm going to buy 10 hats at the Masters.
Yeah.
Facts.
If it's got a rope on it, I'm buying it.
Yeah, I mean, say less. If it's got a rope, it could be a turd on the hat. I don't care. It's like it's a rope hat. All right.
Yeah.
We might be talking now. Dude, I was looking at the Busted Jack shop the other day, and I was like, y'all got some fire.
We got some gas, dude.
Y'all got some fire in there for real.
Yeah, the people that do our stuff, like they did a great job.
Yeah.
We told them like brands that we liked, and
that vest is.
Yeah, the vest
is straight diesel fuel.
Yeah, the shirt was sick. The Busted jacket, great piece.
Cool.
Yeah, the great
piece.
It's a
cool name too.
Yeah. No, we did some good stuff. Like the hats are really cool. I still I'm looking at it right now over here. Like I still think my favorite hat is our camel one we made.
Dude, with the orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted a hat to hunt in.
Dude.
And I told Mad Jack, I was like, I think this would be sick. And we made it.
Hold on. I'm trying to see if I have
I want that hat you got on, Mr. Nicky Skits.
Is he doing? Oh, I thought he was doing this in his underwear for a minute.
Dude, he just did the like. If we can run that back, that's exactly how Sketch walks around when he's streaming. You got one too? Wait, dude, can we trade?
When Mom says we have Busted Jack camo hats at home.
Wait, we trade because I love that camo.
Dude, hell yeah.
That's like the Burlebo camo. Who made that hat?
Blank rope hats. I think they're in Texas, actually.
No way. We use Imperial, but those look can we trade, please?
Yeah, let's do it. I got this one too. I got these made last year when I was trying to do the clothing brand, and I was like, oh, I got this one made too.
That's fire.
This was actually I got this one made off of Alibaba, so it was like actual manufacturer like made the whole thing. And then I was like, no one's buying this stuff. I'm just gonna do content.
Yeah, but now you have an opportunity to sell stuff.
I know. And it's like I don't even really promote it that much anymore, and I get more sales than when I did.
The problem is I have all these hats. So I collected rope hats before Buster Jack ever started. Like every golf course I went to, I bought a rope hat.
Yeah, as you do.
Or 2 or 3. Like like I came home from Pinehurst with like 7 different ones.
Yeah, that pro shop.
Yeah, the pro shop's crazy. But now like I literally only wear stuff that's got our logo on it.
Yeah, because I mean that's the brand that you're promoting.
Yeah, I'm quite literally like trying to sell that hat. So like it's tough because like brands like all of our contracts are like, no, we gotta wear our hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough too. I find myself doing the same thing where for the most part, if I'm wearing a Bad Boys hat, like, I mean, even this one I'm wearing right now is a very rare case, but like I'll always try and wear a hat that I have in the shop because I don't ever want to like wear, like it's one of the reasons that I don't wear this one anymore because it's sold out and I don't want people to like be like, dude, where'd you get that hat? And I'm like, sorry, dude, it's sold out. Like I want
problem I run into is like this hat. We did a collab with Imperial.
Yeah.
And these are all like my favorites. Like
Imperial hats fit really well. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm really particular about how it fits my head.
Yeah.
If it sits too high, you know how it is. Like
so
like these fit this one, and then like a couple of my other ones fit the best, and we don't have those anymore. And people are always asking, and I'm like, dang, we need to make that hat ourselves now. Because like Imperial made that hat. Like we have the opportunity to go make the hat, but we just need to go do it because people are like, where'd you get, like, where is that hat? It's not on the shop. And I'm like, so I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Supply and demand, baby.
Do you have to wear Sunday swagger, Rocky?
Yeah.
You have to wear the hat.
Hat and polo.
They have great hats, but
but like you said though, like this is the only style hat that I like that fits my head.
Yeah, because like Henry Grillo wears the other one.
Yeah, and I can't wear that because it looks like a yarmulke on my head.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I'm glad you said that because there's some hats that look like yarmulkes. But
I got a big dome, bro. So
so do I.
You got to have the right fit.
Yeah.
My forehead looks massive right now.
Oh man, dude, I appreciate you.
Have you seen this?
Oh, you're looking fresh. Whoa.
The new cut.
Mullet, dog.
Dude, I'm trying to grow back out into the mullet right now. It just takes so much time, man.
Oh, Cassie was like, because I was like, I'm going to get a mullet. I'm going to get a mullet for a long time. She's like, you have to do it this time. I did it. Love it.
Well, yeah, when you can grow a beard too, a mullet is just going to look way better. That's the one thing that's like, I can't really grow in the beard, so the mullet just never looks as good. But if you can grow a beard, the mullet always looks sick.
It's just fun because like I don't have to answer to anybody, like I don't have a boss telling me my hair looks stupid,
right?
So it's like, I'm gonna rip a mullet because I can, and people are probably gonna comment on it, so that's even better for business.
Yeah, engagement.
That's the only reason I chip one-handed because it drives comments, not because it helps.
Not because I can do better one-handed what people can do with two,
No, I'm joking. I had to go to one hand for my sanity, but yeah, people comment on it.
It works.
Yeah.
I messed around with the one-hand chip not too long ago around the green. I do kind of like it.
It's at the very least, it's a really good drill. So like, I recommend that people try it at least from time to time. But I mean, I chipped two-handed last week and it sucked.
Yeah.
So
yeah, maybe I should try it. I don't know. I mean, my chipping sucks.
It won't hurt. It won't hurt.
I'm willing to try anything.
We saw you try it.
It wasn't. That was first take. You know.
Wait, watch the video I sent y'all.
Oh yeah, let me watch this.
I'm using my phone as the camera right now. So put it up so I can see it if you can. Which, by the way, thank you for that day. That was an amazing round of golf.
Dude, it was fun. We could pause.
I had so much fun.
Dude, smooth tempo, man.
It's a little.
Smooth as my tempo. Nice shot, dude.
You watch it. I'll watch it. We'll watch it when we get off.
His tempo is so butter.
It's crazy.
Almost as smooth as my tempo. Nice shot, dude. I mean, the tempo is just smooth. Almost as good as my tempo. You know, people say I'm like a young Ernie Els. Your mom? Yeah, mostly.
A young Ernie Els.
It's all in the hips. A little quicker on that downswing, but I have to win how to do it too. So,
dude, I will say this. When we filmed those videos afterwards, I was like, "Holy cow, dude! You guys were so good at like acting in those skits." Because I always like when I try and film with my buddies here at home, I have to like coach them like multiple takes, and I'm just like, like, you know, acting is hard. Like, I'll cut them some slack, and then I go out and shoot with like y'all, and it's like one take, and I'm like, no, these guys just suck at acting. You know, my buds just they just don't know how to act on a camera.
That was my first acting experience, but I do think like being on camera, like doing
it just makes you more comfortable with the camera.
We're not acting when we're like filming a YouTube video, but like you are more comfortable like saying stuff to a camera. But like,
yeah,
dude, one of the funniest stuff ever is when Cole and I go do ad reads.
Oh yeah,
and like this last one we did, Cole was, oh dude, it was so funny. He was struggling. He just kept stumbling, and I'm like, I started filming him. And then he felt he felt my phone camera on him, and it made it even worse. And he turns, he's like, "Stop filming me, dude! I'm like, you're getting filmed right now."
He's like, "But I didn't sign up to get double filmed." Okay,
double filmed.
But dude, the ad reads are like, those are terrible because like there's a script, and like you can't miss a word. So if you miss a word, you got to start over. Now you're nervous. Now you're running out of time.
Yeah,
dude, I had to do not like an ad read, but I had to do something like that at the Strixon shoot, and it was like a promo for the golf balls, and at one point like the director was just like feeding me lines, and it was basically just like, you know, talking about like, oh, if you play this golf ball, like, you know, the PGA Tour might finally like reach out to you, and it was just like all these little stuff, and it was like, the cart girl might finally like pay attention to you or something like that. And then he threw me one line, and it was like, cart girl, like, call me or whatever. And he pitched it to me, and just like out of like habit, whatever, I said it. And then I immediately was like, actually, we're going to cut that. I'm not going to say that. Cause I'm married and what? No. I'm like this guy. Cause I had like the hype man guy with me. I was like, he can say it. I'm not saying that.
Yeah. No.
Smart.
Yeah. No.
Smart,
like
smart
as
play.
soon as it clicked, I'm like, no,
you can't do it. And especially, dude, I don't.
And then, and then at the end of it, so there's, I don't want to give too much away because this is going to come out before this does. But at the end of the video, I'm like supposed to be FaceTiming with somebody who's very prominent, who's on the Strixon team. And at the end of it, it's kind of like I like end the call, and I'm like, holy crap, like that was blanking so and so, and then I was like, yeah, guys, I don't like cussing my stuff, so I'm not gonna say that either. Like, that's the last thing I need is for like my pastor to like see the video and be like, what happened here? And I'm like, yeah,
dude, I did the other day. Caden was like, you have to say it because like I said it in our Vegas video.
I can't wait to watch that. By the way,
we were only there for how long was I in Vegas?
I watched it. It was amazing.
Yeah, but guess how long we were there for?
Like,
you guys played Paiute, right?
We played
8 hours
and TPC Las Vegas and drove supercars.
You there for a night?
Day?
We were there for one night, dude, and we were like on the plane in under. It was like we were in Vegas, like actually, for like less than 20 hours.
That's insane.
That's perfect. You need to get in and get out. This place is
not perfect, dude.
You like Vegas?
Yeah.
Shoot, don't say that.
I like 3-card poker, dog.
I don't blame you.
Dude, we needed Mace at the casino with us that night.
Have you done if you're a Vegas guy, I'm sure you like to bet. Have you been to Circa yet?
Oh, dude, yeah.
The pool.
We didn't do the pool, but we were down there one night. It was actually Lakers Warriors playing game. LeBron got poked in the eye, hit the 3 to win it.
Yeah.
We were at the Circa, and I was on the Lakers. So
nice.
I'm a LeBron guy, so like
that's Cold Cuts' favorite spot is Circa the pool.
See, I haven't done the pool yet, but Circa's awesome. Like I love the little sportsbook area, and then also I had trip 5s, and the dealer had a pair of 8s, so I had the full boat with the trips bonus on 3-card poker, and I smoked them. It was awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
That was a good night.
I gotta redeem myself because I lost in Vegas. I lost in Arizona. We gotta bounce back our luck.
Well, if you come to Florida, we got the
Hard Rock, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were at I forgot what was
Talking Stick.
Yeah.
And it was
we got banged.
We got whopped
for the first time there in like 4 years. I won for the first time.
It was like my first casino experience with Joe, and then like, you know, Garrett showed up, and it's like, oh, you know, I want to have a good time with these guys, and you know, and they're down like, you know, $3,000, $4,000, dude. I'm down like $700, and I'm ready to like puke. Like I'm like, I want to go home. Like this is like I'm not in this tax bracket yet. I don't know what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not a place where you need to try and keep up.
Yeah. Not with Joe, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No.
Have you gambled with Joe yet, Mason?
No, I need to.
You got to.
We talk about it.
He's so, especially on the craps table, he's so quick with it that I literally was like, Joe, whatever you tell me to do, I'll do.
Yeah, my grandpa's that way on the craps table, dude. Like he used to like have a host in Caesar and everything.
Yeah.
And it's not like he was like this multi-millionaire, but he gambled a lot of money with his boys back in the day, so they took care of him. And dude, the way he speaks about craps, dude, it's a different language. Like take the odds here, I'll take the number here, I'll take the number there. I don't
sound just like Joe.
Like he's like, bet behind that. And I'm like, where do I put it? And he's like, bet behind it. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, that's Joe. Sorry,
like, behind it.
Yeah, I'm like,
whatever you say.
Yeah.
Dude, you officially I just have to congratulate you. You're officially the longest episode of the Barely Made podcast.
Yes, sir.
Dude, I kind of forgot we were doing a podcast.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the boys. It's just the boys chatting.
I probably should get in bed because Grant is picking me up in 6 hours.
Yeah, for sure. It's just a mental game.
Yeah, well, that's cool. I'm glad to be the longest podcast. And then if somebody breaks it, I'm coming back on, and we're going to break it again.
Perfect.
I just want you to know, you know, let him know not to win on Thursday because we need the race to stay marginal here. You know, he can't. Not too much separation.
Yeah, dude, he's like starting to put one of those Max Verstappen victories together right now.
Yeah, he's in another
he's like he's like in the process of lapping the field right now.
You know, it's
only April 1st.
You know, the funny thing is, I filmed a skit. I never ended up putting it out. But it was before the Creators Classic too, which would have been like really funny. But it was like basically a TMZ skit, and it was like TMZ was like running up on me. It's like, hey guys, like sorry, like I don't have any time right now. And they're like, what do you say about the rumors that like you're having a better year than Grant Horvat? I'm like, no comment. And they're like, as some people saying, they're like, he's starting to pull ahead. I'm like, it's just two guys, just playing at the top of their game right now. I mean, it's like J. Cole says, they act like two legends cannot coexist, and so, I respect his game. I respect what he's doing for the sport. And, it's just the tip of the cap, and I edited it and did all this, but then I just didn't put it out because I was just like, I don't know. Probably just overthought it, but
it's funny that you mentioned J. Cole because now you're the one making memes and Grant's the one making millions.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Which is like would
now listen, I don't know Grant's financial situation. I'm not saying that. I'm just
I mean the wrapped Range Rover is a good sign.
It's a great sign.
Dude, Mason posted the story of him with like the Range Rover, and I literally responded, I'm like, it's okay, I guess. I'm like, doesn't hold a candlestick to my 01 Camry.
Dude, like my Silverado was in the shop getting worked on because it broke down. Like, yeah,
dude. I mean,
thanks for the ride, Grant.
He's just like, he's like the guy that's just like, he's just and I've never met him, but he's just like the most likable guy. Like,
just the man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's the guy in high school that just like won the award of just like best all around because it's just like what are you gonna hate about the guy?
You can't. I mean, what is there that you could hate about Grant?
Not much.
I'll say this.
I can't think of anything.
There's two people in the space that it's like I'm most looking forward to like meeting in person at this point, and it's Bob and Grant.
Well,
and
we could take care of that in one day.
Well, like Bob more so because like, that's the reason I got into it.
Yeah.
Into all this. But Grant just because like he's the man. Like,
yeah, you think he might rub off on you a little bit,
Yeah.
I hope so. I have like a really funny idea for a video. Because he wears Goat Lane, the shoes, kinda. Yeah,
he was with Goat Lane for a while, but then now he's like free agent.
It's basically like an idea. Where I was gonna like kind of mimic the movie Like Mike, and like was
banger, by the way.
Banger great movie. And I was basically gonna like put on like a pair of shoes or like I was gonna like find like a Primo hat or something like that, and it's just gonna like look and you're just gonna see like GH on the tag, and I'm like, Grant Horvat.
Dude, that's a great skit.
And then like put it on and I'm like, make me like Grant. And then it's like I just like top a ball into the water. I'm like, damn it.
No, dude, you have to do that. You have to do that.
That'd be so
good.
Dude,
I know, but it's like I have to figure out like,
what size shoe do you wear?
Like a 10.5.
Because I have like a
it'd be more funny if it was like a Primo like polo and I put it on. It's just like skin tight.
Dude, you should. I can get him to get you one.
Oh, dude.
His would probably be skin tight. Dude, the kid is this big around. It's unbelievable.
He's another person. His tempo is just ridiculous.
Yeah, his golf swing.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
But I feel like that would be like a hilarious video.
Yeah, no, I agree. That would be so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta get up. So
yeah. We'll wrap it here, dude. I appreciate you.
Thanks for coming on, brother.
Listen, if y'all save me a spot like once a month, twice a month, I'll come on and hang out anytime.
Say less.
Let's do it. Yeah, say less.
Would love to.
We'll lock you in. We'll come on here next time and we'll recap Masters and everything since then and
the duels.
And I'll have an update on the Chick-fil-A match.
Okay. All right. I want an update on the Chick-fil-A match, and then we're going to recap the Masters and the duels real quick before we go. And it's not my show, but give me your top 3 picks. We're going to do top 3 picks for the Masters. 3 people, money list, cumulative. That's the winner. There's no prize on the line, but I need your 3 picks.
Rock, start it off.
I'm going to go Ludwig, Aberg.
Dang it. Yeah.
Wait, is this the pick? So is this a use them and lose them? Like Rocky's like Okay, should we snake this thing? Because if we,
I kind of like that. I like the snake.
Let's snake it. Yeah, because Oberg was going to be one of my picks. Yeah.
But if we're going snake, we got to let the guest go first.
No. I posed the question. You got it.
Okay, you can go second. I'm gonna go Ludwig at 1.
Oh man, because I bet on him to win it last year, and I was like, oh dude, I'm sharp because I thought he was gonna do it. Give me Cam Smith.
Ooh, okay. I love that.
I mean, one of us is gonna take him. Give me Scotty.
Yeah, I knew it coming.
I mean, you know what I mean?
The only reason I took Cam Smith is because you said you bet on him every year, so I wanted to take him from you.
Yeah. I just feel like you take Scotty and then
Oh my gosh, you got Scotty at the 3 and you have the 4 pick. This could get dangerous.
Oh, the double pick.
That's right.
Here's the thing: is I notoriously pick against Rory at the Masters.
Yeah.
Like I usually bet on him to miss the cut.
Love that. He's not watching this. Go ahead.
Yeah. But you know what? Give me Bryson.
Love it.
I wanted Bryson.
Yeah. I kind of I sprung this on y'all, and then while you were like taking your time to make your pick, I was thinking through everybody. I was like, I should have thought this through way before.
Yeah, I'm like scrambling right now.
I got Cam Smith. People are gonna think I'm just, if I pick another LIV guy, they're gonna be like, oh, he sold out to LIV.
Well, Jules is making him say that.
Give me. This is tough now. This is sneaky, and like, I don't care if he ever sees this clip or not. I'm not like a huge fan of the guy at all by any means, but I think I'm sharp here. Give me Patrick Cantlay.
Oh,
I like that.
I like that pick.
Give me Justin Thomas.
Love it. Now here's your final.
And give me my sleeper is going to be Gary Woodland.
Love it, dude. I hit Gary Woodland 80-1 at the 2019 U.S. Open. That's
amazing. You're a good golf bettor,
dude.
I might need some plays,
dude. I love it. I take like $100 every year and bet on 10 guys, or at every major, and bet on 10 guys. So
it's the best way to do it. Is if you get one of those guys deep into Sunday, it's the best thing.
Oh,
it's the best. It's so much fun to watch.
Wait, I've got Patrick Cantlay. I know that's like I didn't pick like a superstar or anything. Wait, Nick, who's on your team? Scotty and
Rory and Scotty. Oh no, Bryson and Scotty.
Yeah. So I'm not a Rory fan at all. Never have been.
I can't stand him.
I'm either, but I could take him right here, and that would be like a really strong team.
It would.
I'm between 3 different guys right now.
I don't want to cheer for him. Give me Brooks Koepka.
I love that. Yes. Rory.
I almost took Brooks over Bryson. This is tough because I had one guy in mind that I was like, oh, this is going to be really good, but.
Are you doing research?
He's researching right now.
Well, the guy that I picked last year let me down, which was Wyndham Clark. But I'm not going to go with him this year. I'm going to go with Keegan Bradley.
Whoa. Yeah.
Whoa. Was not expecting that one.
Now, you do know this isn't DraftKings. There is no salary cap. You could have whoever you want.
Yeah. Okay. Keegan Bradley, honorable mention, Victor Hovland.
Love it. Go Pokes.
Great pick.
Love that. Because I wanted to pick Ricky, and he's not even in the field.
Dude.
Yeah.
My buddy last year, my boy Jay, who's like my shotgun rider for my raps, almost predicted every major winner last year. Like,
could you imagine if you get all 4 right on the book, dude? That's got to be plus like 50,000.
He didn't, and he
won't
didn't
be allowed to bet no more.
He didn't bet the first 2, and then he got the 3rd one wrong, and then got the 4th one right. And I was like, dude, next year I'm about to just.
Was he close on the one he got wrong?
No, it was Rory at the Masters.
Oh,
yes.
I wanted to pick Jordan Spieth.
He's due.
He's due. He loves the Masters. He's won there before. He's got a second place finish for it because he handed it to Danny Willett. And he's back. It'd be kind of a good story, I feel like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be sick to see Scotty Scheffler hook him putting the jacket on Spieth. So I might be cheering for that storyline.
Yeah.
I just don't want Rory to win. That's all I care about. Just don't be Rory.
Somebody commented on my video today and they're like, so we all want Rory to win now, right? And I was like, no.
Dude, Tiger tore his Achilles and I still want Tiger to beat Rory.
Yeah, that would be
for
great.
Sure. There's not a single I don't think there's a story this weekend that if on Sunday it's just wow, there's no Tiger story really this weekend.
Gary Woodland would be
okay. Yeah, Gary Woodland, and I think probably Jordan Spieth.
Gary, I think would probably be this
would be the top for sure.
I think that would potentially, it wouldn't be as impactful as Tiger, but I think it'd be a better story than Tiger. Because Tiger had won it he'd already won it before multiple times.
Yeah.
You know who'd be a good story to win the Masters? Jason Day.
Yeah.
In the Malvern fit.
Dude, imagine he's in something that would get him suspended from the club and he wins.
So I've heard that his outfit for the Masters, it's
fire.
You remember the sweater last year? They were apparently the one this year, they're I don't know if he's gonna wear this.
Dude, so I'm gonna ask Luke for it. I'm gonna be send me the script early. I'll send it to y'all.
Yeah. so I've heard what it is. I haven't seen it, but
be crazy.
It looks.
I bet it's not as good as this Roback Azalea collection.
Dude, I love. Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, tell Roback they need to really get into the skid
game
golf guys. Yeah.
You know what's crazy is
they just be sponsoring. They just be sponsoring all these guys that be on the course playing golf, and I'm like,
you know who they sponsor that's in the skid game is
Grill Guy.
Well, Nicky Cass too.
Oh, did they get Nicky?
They've had Nicky for a long time. He's got his own shirt, the Nicky Meats.
Damn, they snubbing me, dog. Yo, make a call.
I'm putting you in a text with Shay right now.
Man, me and Sean out here fighting for our lives right now.
Dude, Joe's gonna kill me. He's gonna be like, "You're doing my job for me. You're texting Shay for Nick."
Dude, I mean, I love when I hear from Joe because I feel like I don't really. Well, I've been hearing from him with Strixon and everything, but obviously I mainly am just dealing with Sean. But yeah, me and him are just trying to find it. Can we just say that Rock, what would you say percentage of my content actually on a golf course is? 15, 20%?
Yeah, I'd say 20.
The fact that I got a club deal before I got an apparel deal is kind of wild.
Dude, yeah, but think about St. Andre had a club deal. I get their content on it. I mean, didn't they sign with I guess they didn't have a club deal, but they did Bridgestone.
Yeah.
You know, it's Bridgestone.
But all their stuff
they were with Roback.
They're still on the course.
Yeah, but they're not golfing.
Dude, it was wild when we were in North Carolina and then we got dressed one day to go shoot and we went to Southern Pines and we were out there for 4.5 hours and we didn't golf. And obviously I get it, but I was just wow, this is my first.
I got to get into long form. I'm trying to play.
I was this is my first experience doing this. And then when I was at the Bridgestone thing and I was so how often do you guys play? And they're oh, we don't. I was talking to some of the other guys they had come down there and they're oh, we don't really play. We just act. And I'm oh. They're yeah. They're how long you been acting? I was 5 months. As long as I've been doing the golf skits, I was I'm just in this for the golf, actually.
You're in it the right way.
Yeah. I'm dude, I can. Yeah. I'm I'm trying to go out there and play. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I can't wait to go play again. Y'all need to come down to Florida, but
dude,
I would love to.
I'm on my way.
I would love to.
Yeah, no,
I appreciate you coming on, man.
Got to get him off the West Coast, man. We'll make it happen. We'll check back in next month, dog. I appreciate you coming on for real. Borderline pushing 2 hours here, man.
Dude,
That's crazy.
No one is going to beat the Mason Marathon.
Listen, and if they do, we're going to beat it again. I'm going to get a mini fridge in my office.
Let's do it. The Busty Power Hour is what we'll call it.
That's what we'll do. I'll put a couple beers in there, and we'll just sit down, chill, talk. It doesn't even have, let's do it.
Let's do it. We'll love that.
Because now that I know that you're a LeBron fan, next time we have to talk about LeBron MJ because
we're going to have to dive into that.
Because Rocky's a big MJ guy, so we'll be able to chat about that.
Stat padding, front running, you know who?
Yeah.
Who, LeBron?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Stat patter? Are you talking?
I can't wait.
Are you talking about LeBron or Mike? I truly don't know.
We're talking about the bald-headed gambler.
No, I'm talking about the one. I'm playing his golf course Saturday. I'm really excited about it.
Where's LeBron's course at? Do you know?
Hey, I'm gonna leave you with this.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave you with two things actually. Those games that were on in the 90s were pre-recorded, shown in prime time, but he played like earlier that day. That's a pre-recorded game. You go check the tapes. The tapes don't match the box score. He was averaging like 11, 12 steals at home.
This is an argument I've never heard before, so this is going to have to be fact-checked.
Go fact-check it. This guy did a deep dive. I'll send you a Twitter thread on it. He went and investigated it. They were padded at home. He'd get like a steal and a half, 2 steals a game on the road. When he was at home, he was averaging like 8, 10 steals, whatever the actual number was.
Wow.
And they figured out that the guy was like cooking the box score, and that's why he won his freaking defensive player of the years. And that's the knock against LeBron, is that he's not a defender. When it's like LeBron should have won.
No. The knock against LeBron is that he does not win. Let me tell you the stat that wasn't padded about MJ. 6-0 in the NBA Finals. That's not padded.
Dude,
that's legit.
This guy, Michael Jordan, might be the only athlete that can only have a 6-year career and be considered the GOAT. Or did he play more than 6 years?
He played. No, he dominated the entire 90s. He only didn't dominate 2 years.
We got to save this. We got to save this for the actual episode. We would literally go for another hour.
Well, he only played 6 years, and then I guess like a rookie Shaq and Penny bounced him in the first round of the playoffs, but the NBA burnt the tapes. All right, boys.
No.
See you next time.
No. They didn't burn the tapes.
On the Barely Made podcast.
I'll save it, yeah.
Round 2. Mace, we appreciate you. Busta Golfs.
Peace.
That's another episode. Peace.
Thanks, brother.
Love. See ya.